Here's a quick video with a challenge for you. Can you determine where these people are located by the call signs that they give? Take a look. Let me know if you can do it by leaving a comment down below of where they're from. I know where they're from. Do you?
Well, hello to everyone. W85TNY, N5WXZ. I meant to make this a regular thing, but then on Friday, we went to Austin. And then yesterday, I got swamped with a ton of honeydews here at the ranch. Also, I did rip out everything in my shack, which is also my home office, mainly just to rebuild everything.
I wish I had more electronic stuff to report. The ARC-5 that I sold to the guy in Tennessee, they've already got all 4 of them up and running. They haven't changed all the cams yet, but they emailed me last night that they did have all 4 of them have successfully received now, so they were happy with that. But now they got to go in and change all the cams. Back to you, Tom, and let's see if we can pull you out. W5EHB, the group.
And now for a time break. How about some religious broadcast?
Best it's ever been. I'm not just saying that. We get along like we never have gotten along.
Okay, here's another frequency with religious broadcasting.
The Bible says that they are Jews and they are not. We're not talking about natural Jews.
If you have a shortwave radio, tune to this frequency. Let me know. What do you get there? Here's some more. En español. Even more. And it's real simple. You hit the scan button by pressing and holding, and then it starts to scan. Look at that. And then before you know it,
Isaiah saw it, Daniel saw it.
it gets something.
Jesus embodied.
Let's press it again. Press and hold. It keeps going and going. What's interesting about the radio is if you're scanning in shortwave, you can't get to the CB frequencies. 27 megahertz just can't happen. But if you hit the frequency button and then dial it in directly, you get there and then you can scroll through all of CB. Interesting way of approaching it, but I just discovered that. Yeah, it's simple. You just hit the frequency button like that. You dial in 27,185. And there you go, CB radio. The real fun stuff, you know. Stuff you don't want your kids to hear. I don't even want to hear it. That's a tip just for you. Yeah, CB. Quite entertaining, don't you think?
A flying squirrel, 260 North Carolina waving.
It's generally quiet up here. That's because it's outside of CB radio range. Now, I'm not affiliated with XH Data by any stretch of the imagination. They don't pay me to say this. I just bought the radio with my own money. However, if you do click on a link down below and you buy one, it might help me out and it helps the channel. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, he's blending right in. All right, I realize this video has probably gone in a million different directions for you. Sorry about that. The spider was kind of cool. CB radio, yeah, I wasn't intending on doing that, but then I discovered you can do it with this radio in shortwave mode. And so I just kind of got carried off into my youthful past. There was a time where I had a Craco 2345 base station CB radio with like a quarter wave antenna on top of the roof, and trying to get out, and breaker 19, breaker 21 is what we're listening to earlier. A friend of mine and I would try to communicate. We lived probably, I don't know, a couple miles apart from each other, had loads of fun. CB radio. Where did it ever go? Well, listening to it, I guess it's still alive, and there's still knuckleheads out there doing weird things on CB radio. Am I going to get a CB radio? So I sold that radio before I moved. And gosh, kind of thinking about it, I have this little mini Radio Shack going on right now. Would it be nice to have one? Maybe I'll go down to there's a Salvation Army store. I might find one there. There's a couple of salvage stores. I might find one there. Just something. And then stick a huge dipole up. Annoy all the neighbors with this big sticks in the sky. Not a Yagi style, but just a dipole. Yagi, that would be a whole nother problem with just wind. Man, if wind caught that thing, it goes sailing like Mary Poppins' umbrella down the street. I'd never see it again. Dipole is bad enough. You're going to get hit by a bolt of lightning. Better ground it. Anyway, if you have any questions about CB radio, I'm not an expert, but I have some experience with it. You might want to play with it a little bit if you're into radio, but you certainly will want to play with this guy. The shortwave radio can tune that stuff in, and you kind of listen to all the goofy stuff that goes on. I really am having fun with this. Just a little bit every day, tune in some different things and learning more about shortwave listening. I did some of it in my youth, but I think I may have mentioned this once before. Shortwave radios were out of my reach financially when I was a kid because they were expensive and I didn't make a whole lot of money. These things have come way down in price with the kind of capability that they have. And now just about anybody can have one. And I think they are great radios for certainly listening, intelligence gathering. It's going to be important in the coming days, especially if there are disasters happening more and more frequently, it seems. You can listen in on some shortwave or any of the other frequencies that you may be able to listen to, any of the radios you have, and hear what's going on.
I can tell y'all some weird things I've run into.
Maybe one of your major freeways is shut down because a disaster happened. Jeepers, there was something just recently about an airplane crashing and wiping out a large area. It would have been good to know that happened before I decided to go down there. Well, and back on the topic of CB radio, it doesn't require a license at all. You can just get on and squawk. Problem is, so is the rest of the world. So if you look up 13845 on shortwave listening things, that's all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. That's, I guess, not too far away from Waco, Texas, but I am listening pretty far away. The power of shortwave.
Explore and reflect at the Know God section at jackhibbs.com. And I probably sounded a lot more complicated than it really is.
Okay, that's 7160 on shortwave. That's 7.160 kilohertz. It seems to do really, really well with that long copper wire that I use run all the way down the fence line. Does real good, low to the ground. Better than the, this little windy uppy one. Although this is a great portable little thing, I'm going for that long wire. But they're coming in loud and strong when I use this. So just a little insight. If you get yourself a shortwave, get yourself a long wire. This will be great for portability if you're traveling. But a 30-foot piece of long wire attached to the antenna will do a world of good for you. Yeah, if you don't have one of these yet, you might want to pick it up if you're interested in radio of any sort. It's a heck of a lot of fun. I'll leave a link to it down below so you can order it for yourself. And don't forget, leave a comment if you figured out where those people are from based upon their call sign. See you on the next one.